Hey guys, I got a new video for you today, and we're going to be taking a look at another knife from Taccom. Again, if you guys follow the channel and maybe you caught my previous video, I met these guys at Blade Show in June of this year, 2023, and I was really liking a lot of their out the front knives, which they specialize on, and they reached out to me afterwards and asked if I would be willing to check out some of their knives and I would be interested, and I said yes. So this is one of the other models that I received from them to check out. If you guys are interested in seeing the other model that I previously reviewed, I'll leave a link up here and then in the description below of that particular model. Again, it's a little bit different, so depending on what you like, maybe you like both of them, you can go ahead and check them out via those links. This particular one I really liked because I tend to favor smaller size EDC knives, and this knife fit that particular role very, very nicely. So it does come in this hard case, which is really nice. It's got the logo right in the front there, and then their website in the back there, so Taccom, and then the website is www.taccom.com. As I mentioned, they specialize in out-the-front knives, and this is a really awesome example of an out-the-front knife. I know a lot of folks tend to be a little bit weary when it comes to out-the-front knives because they feel like they have to spend a lot of money to get a really quality out the front knife, and I'm here to tell you that the stuff that Taccom is putting out for the prices that you're paying for it is really, really awesome, and I would say that it definitely rivals those more expensive knives. So let's go ahead and open it up so we can take a look at it. So there it is. This particular model is called the Stubby. I love the name because it fits this model perfectly, but don't let the model fool or the name fool you. This is a very, very capable knife. So inside you have the little kind of material here that's holding the knife in place, and then the knife as well. So we'll set that off to the side, and here it is. So again, this is a small size out the front knife. They do call it a medium size out the front, but I think this particular one I would categorize more as small, just because, can you see how easily I can go ahead and hide that inside of my hand. But what's really cool is the thought process that went behind this knife. Again, a lot of times people tend to think that, you know, if you do have a small knife, it's not going to be capable. You're not going to be able to use it, especially for EDC tasks. And they went out and put this knife, and this is, I could easily see myself carrying this for EDC purposes and not have to worry about it being out the front, because that's what a lot of people tend to think, that out the front knives are too weak and stuff like that to use for EDC tasks. This particular knife definitely blows all that out of the water. So at first glance, it looks really, really elegant. I love the black aluminum body with the inserts of carbon fiber right here, and you do get them all around. It looks really, really nice, really elegant. I could easily see myself if I dress up and I want to, you know, maybe in a suit and tie, and I want to throw this in my pocket. It will not look out of place. It's not going to look too tactical or anything like that. You do get silver hardware to kind of offset the look of the black aluminum, and then you do have a silver aluminum alloy button here with the ramping up and down, because again, this is an out the front knife which you can deploy and retract with the same button. You do have a nice pocket clip on the other side. This particular one is right hand side carry only, obviously tip down because it is not the front. I'm not sure if they would have been able to tap it for the other side, but I think the reason that they left it like this only on one side is because this model is available in two different blade shapes. So you can either have a Wharncliffe blade, which again, because of the location of the bottom, and if you watch my previous video, that one was a Wharncliffe, reversing the pocket clip, then if you use it left-handed, when you deploy the blade would be upside down. But as I mentioned, you can actually get this knife in two different blade shapes. So you can get the Wharncliffe, or you can get the one that I have here, which is the bayonet style. So I'll go ahead and deploy that so you can see it. And there it is. Now, if you get one of these knives, the first thing that you're going to notice is when you deploy the blade, it deploys with authority. The blade comes out very nicely. And what I would say, it locks up very tight. There is the slightest of blade play, which most out the front knives are going to have. That's just the nature of the beast. You know, there's going to be a little bit of wiggle play because it rides on a track in there, but it feels really, really substantial, very tight tolerances. I don't feel like this is going to move around or wiggle around or anything like that, especially if I'm going to be using it for EDC tasks, which is really nice. A couple of specifications on this. You do have a 1.98-inch blade. So this is perfect because it is California legal, or if you live in another state or another part of the country or another part of the world where you are able to carry out the front knives, but there is some sort of regulation as far as the blade length, it's sub 2 inches, which is really nice. But let me tell you, I don't feel like I'm lacking anything because it is a sub 2-inch blade, especially for EDC task. I think it performs very, very nicely. Now, as I mentioned, this one is the bayonet shaped blade. So you do have the cutting edge on the bottom here, and then about 3/4 of the top as well. So you do have, it is a double edge for the most part blade, and then you do have just a little bit of non-sharpened area right there. Again, that is the bayonet style blade. The Wharncliffe will obviously just have the blade shape on the bottom, and it'll be a little bit more straight, so you do have a little bit of belly on this one. The handle length on this is 3.4 inches, so again, that's why it is so easy to kind of have it disappear in my hand, but it carries very, very nicely in the pocket. And then you do get an overall length of 5.38 inches. Now, one of the better things as well is the weight on this. Even though it is a smaller size out the front knife, and with a lot of out the front knives, when they are smaller, they tend to be a little bit thinner, so that they feel a little cheaper, they feel a little bit flimsier. What they did is they made this guy nice and chunky, especially with the addition of those inserts on there. So you know, it feels more substantial in the hand. It doesn't feel like it's going to break or fall apart or anything like that. And I have a nice secure grip on it, but you still keep it at 2.80 ounces. So again, less than 3 ounces, nice and lightweight, which is perfect. And, you know, and obviously that is thanks to that aluminum body. You also do have a built-in lanyard hole in the back here, which is really nice. This type of knife, it definitely, if you're going to put a lanyard on it, it should be a nice decorative lanyard, I should say. You know, so if you want to go ahead and throw a nice decorative lanyard in there, you are able to do that, and it is nice and substantial, so you can go ahead and do that. As far as the blade goes, this is obviously a stonewash bayonet style blade, and it is 154 cm. So you're getting a little bit nicer steel than something that will dull a lot quicker. It's obviously going to, you know, be able to support majority of EDC tasks, and then you'll be able to sharpen it back up very, very easily. You do have on the blade here, you have the Taccom logo right there. And then on the other side, you do have Best Tech Knives logo. I believe this is a design from Best Tech Knives, and that's why you have their logo there. And then right at the bottom there, you do have the 154 cm stamping, letting you know what the blade material is on this guy. So again, really, really nice package here in the Stubby here, or the Stubby, I should say, sorry, from Taccom Knives. I think it is a great addition if you're into out the fronts and you're looking for something maybe a little bit smaller to, you know, kind of carry around either when you dress up or on an everyday basis. The Stubby is going to be a great, great option. I like it so much, I'm actually considering maybe picking up the Wharncliffe version as well. Again, I favor smaller EDC knives. I've been doing a lot of like EDC pouches and stuff like that, so I think this is going to fit really nice into an EDC pouch. And then again, just because it is an out the front doesn't mean that I would be worried to use it for my EDC task, opening up mail, cutting up boxes, cutting string, paracord, any of the stuff that you would normally do with an EDC knife. I think the Stubby is going to be able to handle that very, very nicely. So as I mentioned, I did review the other one, so if you guys are interested, I'll leave a link to that. And then if you guys want to go ahead and check out their website, again, this is not an affiliate link or anything like that. I'm not getting anything back from them. I just like to share when I find some really awesome gear with my followers here. So if you guys are interested, go ahead and check out the link and check out either this one or any of the other models that Taccom has to offer, because I think they're doing some really, really awesome stuff, especially in the out the front spectrum with some of their stuff that they're offering, and especially the pricing that they're offering it at. I don't really like quoting prices on the videos because they can change, they can do sales and things like that, but definitely in comparison to some of the other players in the out the front market, these guys are putting out some really quality things at a really affordable price. So there it is. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Thanks.